Semi-final, All Blacks versus England, a special game to be at. I always said that for the All Blacks to lose, England would have had to play the game of their lives. Well, they delivered that. Their variety of tack, their intensity at the breakdown was as good as I've seen from an England team. So the All Blacks were hugely disappointed that they couldn't get their game going, but they can hold their heads high and be very proud of what they've achieved in the last 8 years.
I came away obviously gutted like the rest of us, but for me, that was an outstanding performance by England. The All Blacks were right in that game. They held out for a long time on absolute best game England have ever played. Didn't get away with the win, but been really, really proud about how humble the team have been and also how humble New Zealanders have been.
Well, very disappointing, obviously. Probably the less said, the better. It's a game that, in particular, the All Black forwards will want to forget and not come back to. But on the other hand, England played really well. They got on top early in the forwards. They were able to carry over the advantage line all the time. Our big boys just did not tackle on the advantage line with the ferocity that we needed, and we didn't see that at the breakdown either. So for the backs, it was very difficult to operate, and we hung on really for a lot of the game and did pretty well at that. But in the end, of course, it wasn't enough.
The All Blacks will be hugely disappointed. A number of these players, or all these players, have never lost a knockout game at a World Cup. So the players that will be here in 2023 will draw from that experience. As All Blacks, we remember our losses more than our wins. So we will learn from this experience and be ready for 2023.
For the final match, Steve Hansen, as has been noted in many places, has gone for a mix of the players playing their last game, really experienced players, wonderful servants of New Zealand rugby, and new players who haven't played much in the tournament. And I think that's exactly the right mix to go for. The older players have got everything to play for, and the young players also can start to stamp their mark, looking to next season and beyond.
There's a number of players that have come in that'll be fresh. Sonny Bill, Crotty in the midfield. Looks good. Rico Ioane coming back in. Ben Smith coming back in also. So there's plenty of fresh blood and also plenty of experience that'll be needed to play a very fired up Welsh team on Friday night.
So how do we need to finish? We need to finish with All Black style. How we play. Fast, move the ball around. Selections really good. Gonna salute those guys that have been great for us. Ben Smith, Kieran Reid, Sonny Bill Williams, guys that are leaving, Ryan Crotty. So the game is going to be full on, and what we need to come out of it with is sending off our guys. Great, Steve Hansen, obviously been an outstanding contributor to the All Blacks form in the last 10 years, and then we need to take a breath and see what the future looks like.
Winning this match is going to be pretty much the same as winning any tough test match. Got to do well on the set pieces, our line-out's got to perform better than last week, and we've got to be absolutely ferocious over the ball at the breakdown. We've got to get front foot ball, and then we've got to use it effectively. Breaking down the Welsh defence will be a big challenge. They come up very quickly and they seek to suffocate other teams. They also kick effectively from the base of the scrum, and so dealing with high balls and being able to take them cleanly and clear the area of pressure and then run the ball back will be key for us. But as always, it comes back to the forwards, and the forwards need to perform their duties in tackling and in carrying the ball close to the ruck and maul.
It's really important for the All Blacks to win this game. This is the most difficult game to play in at a World Cup. I played a similar fixture in 1991 when we played Scotland in Cardiff for the third and fourth playoff. It's not a fun week, I can assure you of that, but it's really important as All Blacks that they deliver a performance that's worthy of the All Black jersey. To be able to win a game, or to win your last game, I think it's important going forward. And there's a number of young players that will be here again in 4 years' time. But this is the All Blacks against Wales, one of our traditional old foes, and it's important the All Blacks play well and finish Rugby World Cup 2019 on a high.
Why is it important? Because when we win, when we play well, when we play with the style that the All Blacks play, they will look at the England game as just a blip. And that's all it would be. You know, things aren't broken. We were just beaten by a better side on the day.
I think the All Blacks will win. They have a number of fresh players. I think the Welsh players are a little bit dinged up. They've had a torrid tournament, and playing against South Africa in their semi-final on Sunday, and with one day less, it's going to be difficult for them to be prepared as well as the All Blacks are. So I'm expecting the All Blacks to win, and to win well.
I think it's going to be a fairly tight game for quite a long period, but I think by the end of it, New Zealand will have started to pull away, and I'm saying that New Zealand can win by, and should win, the All Blacks should win by 15 to 20 points.
It's been an amazing World Cup. Sad we're not in the final, but hey, let's get out there and win this third and fourth playoff. Stay well.